What up, digital homies? It's your boy Kage, and today we are going to start cracking into BT20, aka for us, Special Booster 2.5. Now, I don't have the other half of 19, but you can go. 19 is only giving us the rest of the Justimon stuff. Hopefully, it's good to where Justimon's competitive. And Taomon alongside of the Rapidmon and Terriermon. And I think there's like one more archetype that's in that. So yeah, we're getting a bunch of new eggs from the 19 stuff, or the rest of our 19 stuff. 20 will all be caught up to the universal merger thing that's going to be happening in April. Now, without further ado, I want to talk about the new set BT20, aka part of the 2.5 special booster that we're getting. So this is the rest of 19 and all of 20, but we're going to be talking about just 20 currently. As you can see, we have a lot to go through, so we're gonna go ahead and get started right now. All right, and starting off with our new Digimon red egg. Now, in case some of y'all are confused or you've been out of the game for a little bit, this is the egg for the red purple Imperial Dramon, which got a bunch of small buff, probably actually making it competitive, aka, or actually, I wouldn't say competitive just yet. I'm probably gonna go ahead and just say it's playable, and I will be doing some testing later on with it to figure out whether it can be competitive or not. Because the only issue it had beforehand was, yes, you can set up into the Imperial Dramon, but with playtesting it back in the day whenever I had it, I still have it on the side over here. It's in the pet area, not in the actual deck box area, because I couldn't figure out a way to make it actually competitive. But with some of these cards, it should be up and running actually. As we go through it, I'll show you some of the stuff that's actually in this. But yeah, the Digimon egg, without further ado, showing you that it's the red one, so it coincides with the red purple versions of the guys, and then they can Digivolve on top of this. And then this kind of goes back to like sort of BT1 to starter deck 1 stuff. In case y'all were wondering, it's your turn. This Digimon has, with 4 more Digivolution cards, gets to plus 2000, which the deck also did have an issue with DP, like being able to punch over stuff, and it heavily relied on destroying everything, but like not in battle, but it was like more so its effect. So this is a pretty good egg for the deck, probably sticking to maybe the purple Wormmon egg, but you just gotta see, depending on how you want. That's it, inheritable. And then next we have the new Examon egg, which Examon, in case y'all didn't see, got a huge buff. Actually, I think this might play a little bit different from the old Examon, but you can probably mix and match. You just gotta see. I've been seeing a lot of people say that it's hard to it's hard to mix and match that one. Only the reason is because one wants to do something and the other one wants to do the aggro something, which apparently causes problems in the deck. So I don't know if there is a way to mix this together, but the Examon stuff looked really sweet, and I'm just gonna go over it right now. Now obviously babies don't have the little effect here, but they do have the inheritable effect, and it's when attacking once per turn. If this Digimon has Dracomon or Examon as text, draw a card. Now I'm not too sure if Examon had an issue with, you know, getting draw power or whatnot, but that's a huge buff, so it's pretty. We got a new BBmon for Seekers slash the new Pulsemon stuff. Pulsemon has actually been looking kind of cracked lately, and as I read through this stuff, I'm probably gonna see that, you know, Pulsemon finally getting the stuff that it needs to be its own standalone deck and not just kind of the Takamikazuchi engine type stuff. So end of your turn, once per turn, you may place one of your tamers with Pulsemon as text, so Leon Alexander's or Hacker Judge text, or the SOC or Seeker's trait, the bottom of this Digivolution, with no tamers in the Digivolution card. So like basically you have a way of cheating out some Leon Alexanders. They give you good effects on your opponent's turn. So like let's say you didn't attack or anything like that, end of your turn you can go ahead and put like one of them in there, and now it has like blocker and I think Barrier, which is exactly what the deck kind of needed. And then you can basically pull it back out at the end of your opponent's turn if it survives, and you have an auto 3 memory tamer setter. Now this is the new Pinamon. In case y'all are unfamiliar with Pinamon, it's the egg for like Ravemon, but I'm not sure if it'll work with Ravemon or not, because it says XL on it, so I'm assuming it's for the other archetype for this thing. Your turn, once per turn, when any of your Digimon with the XL trait are played, this Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon with XL trait in the hand for the reduced cost of 2. This is actually really good if you're playing the XL build, but we have to see if XL is actually good enough to play. Next, we got the Kapurimon. When the Digimon checks a face-up security card, this gains jamming for the turn. That's kind of cool. It's an interesting. I feel like that's, I don't know, like it goes against like the bees, so that's pretty cool. I think that's like the only thing that it really can go against that gives it jamming. Other than that, it's kind of a dead. So I don't know. We gotta see a weird effect to give an egg. Next, we have Violet and Boots' new Ghost archetype, which is Demimeramon. I don't know if you read the manga or not, but it's actually pretty cool. She has like every purple deck ever. So when she's playing, I'm not gonna spoil that for y'all, but like yeah, she basically has like every purple deck ever, so she knows like all the routes and stuff to them. On deletion, you may return one Digimon with the ghost trait from the trash at hand, and this works exceptionally well with the top end because it deletes itself to kill something else on the board, and then you get back stuff in your hand. So you're basically recycling your grave. The deck's actually kind of cracked. I liked it while I was reading it, and I was like, oh, this is really the new Dracomon. This is the reason why it's gonna be difficult, because there's an old Dracomon, and then there's a new Dracomon, and this one works well with, like, they both do good things for like Examon, but at the same time, like, as you can see, it's going towards the DP. You want to do more DP. So this one says start a main phase by trashing a card with Dracomon or Examon text in your hand. Draw a card, and then gain a memory. So this is actually kind of cool. If you are a little behind on memory, you gain a memory off it, and you get to draw a card for replacing the one that you drew out of your hand. And then the inheritable effect is this Digimon gets plus 2000 DP, which actually will build up pretty well if all the other stuff gives you, you can Digiball one Dracomon. Up next, we have the new line for Huckmon, which, in case you haven't seen it, it's pretty cracked. I do like it. I love that it's very away from like your Sistermon stuff. I feel like that was the only issue the deck really had, is like you relied super heavily on getting Sistermons and stuff out. It works, but at the same time, like I felt like it needed to have like its own kind of standalone thing, because you're trying not to go so wide to where you get punished, because there's a lot of stuff that punishes you for going wide. So this is actually kind of cool. By trashing one card with Huckmon or Sistermon in the name, or Royal Knights in this trait in your hand, which works a lot with Jesmon GX and stuff like that. So you can toss like Ganku and then get it back later. You draw a card and then you gain a memory. So a lot of these rookies look like they're doing the draw card, gain a memory thing. And then inheritable, all your Digimon get plus 1000. So this is really stupid. This is a nice little your turn power boost on the side, so it's pretty cool. You can see it's working with a whole lot of other stuff. I feel like if the top end for that is really good, Jesmon could probably do its own standalone deck, and it can probably actually become super competitive, because there's not really an issue with it. It's just like that the issue with the deck is like it gets too clunky with like you having to run Sistermons and stuff like that, so you're missing a lot of stuff. And then you can finally start running like red men boost and like red trainings and stuff like that to get better stuff going on with it. This is the new Vmon for the red purple, or in case you want to use it with anything else. Pretty sure it's geared more towards red purple. Your turn, when any of your purple Digimon are played, this Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with free in the trait in the hand for reduced cost by 1. Now this deck definitely needed that, because they have a Digimon that lets you Digivolve, but you don't get any type of reductions on the cost, so it's really annoying, and you wind up passing your opponent like 6 memory going into like Imperial Dramon Dragon, just Dragon. And then like you can go into fighter mode, but like you're giving your opponent hella memory for that, and it's just really super annoying. So this is actually really good for this. And then your turn gets plus 2000, so you're already buffing up by quite a bit with just the baby, and this will give you like 4k, and then I think the red champion gives you k, so you're like 6k swinging in. They're both not numbers to scoff at. So up next we get a new Ryudomon for Chronicles. So I was kind of hoping that we got a new Gaiomon, but we did, because I mean, like if you pay attention to the other manga like Chronicles and then Pendulum and Pendulum X, there's a Gaiomon in there that Digivolves from Ryudomon, but I guess we can't have everything. So this is pretty cool. You can Digivolve, I think it says a black level 2 with X antibody in its trait, so I'm assuming that has to be a black level 2, but with the cost of 0, or for the cost of 0. But then if you don't do that, then you're just paying the 1. And then when the Digimon would Digivolve into a Genryumon, which is going to be the rest of the line, or a Digimon with the Chronicle trait, you may reduce this cost by, or the Digivolution cost by 1. So it's pretty cool. You're getting discounts. I really wish they'd give me my damn Greymon X back, but everything else is doing the reduce by whatever, so why not? And then your turn gets plus 2000. So this is pretty cool in case you're running like the new Alphamon line, or you could probably make a build with Guile. Honestly, you just gotta figure out how you're gonna find Dragonkin. Next we have the new XVmon. The new XVmon goes into obviously the red purple Imperial Digimon. So play cost of 4, or you can do a Digivolution for 2 onto a red or purple Digimon, which is gonna be all your bottom line for Imperial Digimon. And then on player when Digivolving, so it's a really good effect. You can do either or. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the cost of 3000 or less, so it gets rid of a bunch of floodgates. Then if it's your turn, so if it's still your turn, 2 of your Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with Imperial Dramon in its name or free trait in the hand. So basically, I don't see how you're going to be able to go into the Imperial Dramon with this, but you can DNA Digivolve into like Dino Vmon with the partition effect, or any of the other ones that have the DNA Digivolve effect, so that's pretty cool. And then this Digimon gets plus 2000 for your turn, so I guess it's going to be the standard for that sort of line until you get to the purple stuff. Next, we have the Genryumon from Chronicles, and this Digivolves on Ryudomon or a level 3 with Chronicle cost for 2 instead of the cost of 3. Now, this Digimon may Digivolve into Hisariyumon Digimon, or a Digimon with Chronicle in the hand. So when it's attacking, you basically get like a little sneaky hit into Digivolving into something that's going to be kind of big. So Hisarumon will go into like, what, 11? So that's pretty cool. And then we'll just have to see what Hisarumon does. But then the inheritable effect for this is 2000. Honestly, I might fuck around and make it like Gaiomon build for it. It has red and black. So next we have the new Balhuckmon. Balhuckmon is you may play a Digimon card with Sistermon or Gonkumon in its name from your hand with a reduced cost by 2. Now Gonku probably costs you quite a bit, and then because this is a main once per turn effect, you can either play a Sistermon out for a reduced cost of 2. So that's pretty much like if you run a bunch of Sistermons Blanc, if you run Blanc would be like 2 costs, so it's kind of cool. You can Memory Choke or CL, and then all your Digimon get plus 1000, and then you can kind of mix and match that with the Sistermon effect, so you'll have some pretty good buffs. Yeah, it's pretty good Balhuckmon. Now we got Savior Huckmon common as well. So yeah, you know, standard ultimate line stuff, and then you have on play or when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 5k or less DP. So if you went first and like they kind of had a champion or something on board that's not as strong, you can pop that and then end of your turn by suspending one of your other Digimon, which you will have because you probably just played champion in the ult. This Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon with Jesmon in its name in the hand without paying the cost. So you get a free Digivolution, which the deck kind of needs something to give it that old school rush that we had back in the day before they started smacking the shit out. This is actually probably going to replace, I don't know which Savior Huckmon it's going to replace, because this one's actually really stupid. Because you get the free, alright, so you get the free toss for the champion, and then when you go into ultimate for 3, you possibly pass over whatever memory, and then you just suspend one of the Sistermons or something like that, because you really don't care if it tips on the board or whatever. But yeah, you suspend and then Digivolve for free into a free Jesmon. So you could probably go into Jesmon with Blitz, which is ridiculous, and then this Digimon with Royal Knight and Straight gains Alliance. So if you have a whole board just stacked up and your effects are just basically giving all the other Digimon plus 1k, it adds up, and then you get the plus boost on your own shit, and then on top of that, so essentially you'll probably be getting somewhere like around 4k plus with the Alliance. Alliance is really good for this deck, so it's gonna be kind of scary because you'll get security attack plus, I think you'll get like security attack plus 3 somewhere around, because you do plus 1, and then I know a bunch of Jesmons have plus 1. But yeah, we'll go ahead and talk about this new Hisarumon. Ultimate Vaccine Beast Dragon X Antibody Chronicle, and then this goes on Genryumon or something with Chronicle on it. And then on play or when Digivolving, you may play one Dorumon or one Ryudomon from your hand or to your empty breeding area without paying the cost. And then during an attack until the end of your opponent's turn, one of your Digimon gains security attack plus 1 and gets plus 5000 DP. So there's no reason why you wouldn't give this to this while it's attacking, because you're attacking Digivolving into this guy for like a reduced cost. And then on top of that, what is this, like 11 plus another? Yeah, you're swinging for like 16k in champion and going into the ult for 2 checks, and then you basically set up for next turn another like backdoor back there. So you're like, oh, you know, I kind of want to just start setting up another board, which is actually kind of stupid in both the Alphamon and if you I'm on Gaiomon Cope right now, so I'm just thinking about some stuff I can do with Gaio. And then your turn, this Digimon does not activate security effects on option card check. So that's a really good effect, especially on like your turn, you're attacking, and most of the time you already know if you have enough DP, you're not going to lose too much in security, but like the option cards are what trashes you so bad. So next we have the new Pyodramon, which I feel like will probably replace the old Pyodramon. I think it does the same exact thing but better. So you DNA Digivolve into this one, so you get like free attacks from your champions, possibly if they don't die. And then you DNA Digivolve, and then on play or when Digivolving for the turn, one of your Digimon gains piercing and gets plus 4k, so you get this plus 4k, and you're sitting at big dick numbers because I think 12 right plus 4, so 16, and then if you have the 4 or more for the requirement, that's 8, so 18 with piercing. And then all turns, any of your Pyodramons or Dino Beamons would be deleted. 2 of your Digimon may DNA Digivolve into Imperial Dramon, Dragon Mode in the hand. So it's an alternate attack, so if you're attacking and just so happen to hit a security that's gonna F you, become Pyodramon or Imperial Dramon. Nuts. And then this is a good effect right here. So if you have this and then the Dino Beamon that does partition. All right, up next we have the new Jesmon. It's gonna be a rare. That's crazy. Like some of this really cracked stuff is actually gonna be a rare. Now, like preface this, this set isn't gonna be super crazy. Just so you guys know, it's not a game warping set. It's actually not even a meta warping set. It's bringing up a lot of stuff that needed support from the last like 2 years back up into relevant. Like just think about it. Huckmon hasn't really done anything since they unbanned gave it back the 4 Savior Hook, and then Dracomon. The Exomon deck did some good stuff. Shout out to that boy Varney for getting that first place. But like after seeing how hard the deck is to play, I feel like they are looking for one. It's hard to play and it's hard to find the stuff. So I feel like a lot of people wanted like a more simplified version of it. I don't mind the new Dracomon, but I feel like the new Dracomon Exomon support. But I feel like if there's a way to fix that to where it mixes with the old one, super. Alright, so we have this new Jesmon on play, and when digivolving, you may play one Alto, Rene, and Poor token, which is the little guys in case you never saw them. Basically Gankumon's little fireball dude. So these all become tokens that have their white Digimon with 6k, reboot, blocker, and decoy red black. So you have protections with like trying to get him off the board. Basically your decoys kick in and you have like little guys that protect you. You also have blocker, and you have 3 chump blockers that come out for you, and then they'll probably be buffed up by like 2k, so they're like 8ks, and then they have reboot, so if you wanted to start kind of swinging on your opponent, which actually is kind of cracked because you remember at the end of the turn the Savior comes out, have a block system going, and then you power up with Alliance, so pretty good. On your turn, once per turn, when any of your other Digimon are played, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 8,000 or less DP, then one of your Digimon may attack. So bruh, oh my god, they just made this so crazy. Initially, you know, you have Mr. Big Dick over here, he'll become like 14,000 or something like that before swinging, and then you pop something on the board. This will still be early game, so like you can get some very early game aggression going. Swing and then activate your Alliance that you're getting off the Savior Hookmon, because you just target him to attack. So that's a really good effect, especially for like a level 6 like that. Now the new Oryuma, I love the art. She's gonna be like somebody I'm gonna look for the artwork from now on, because like this is some really sick artwork. I love the like semi ukiyo-e style of art, but it's also like bold to where it just stands out, so it's like super cool. And this is like the new Oryumon for Oryuken. So like again, they're doing some really cool buffs to some of the decks that I do like this. So yeah, you got piercing, and then on play or when digivolving, you have de-digivolve 2, which is absolutely just devastating. You can't really do an ace play if they're that far behind. And then one of your opponent's Digimon de-digivolve 2, one of your opponent's Digimon. Then during an attack, one of your Digimon in the breeding area may digivolve into a level 6 or lower Chronicle trait Digimon in the hand or trash without paying the cost. So this just gave you a fucking free Alphamon, dude. Like think about that. The new Alphamon comes out, it's Chronicles, so you have your Doryu or whatever, or you have your Dorumon and your Ryudomons in there, and then it says one of your Digimon may digivolve into a level 6. If you could warp, that's crazy, but if it's just like, hey, the dude back there, like if you get them powered up all the way, like kind of crazy. It's kind of nuts. I like it. All turns when security stacks are removed from, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP. So if any of your security is removed from, because it's all turns effect, you pop something on the board that has the lowest. Now if they only have one Digimon, you'll pop that, and then vice versa. You know, you can swing on them and then they take the thing. When attacking once per turn, if the Digimon is Alphamon, or you can trash your opponent's top security. Broken. Because alright, so the old Oryu did this type of shit, and then basically you restood them and then did it again. Luckily this is a once per turn effect, so you're not just gonna lose your entire security off of like a half a swing. Alright, next we have the new Jesmon X. Now I have no clue why they gave this I mean, I feel like if this is the one that you're doing if you have if you're wanting to play like OG Jesmon stuff, because if you don't play the Savior that automatically gives you the Alliance, then I don't know why the hell you wouldn't, but you know, if you do that and you don't get it, then you have this one that gives you this is X antibody, so it gives you the Alliance automatically. And then when Digivolving, if Jesmon or X antibody is in this Digimon's Digivolution for the turn, one of your Digimon isn't affected by your opponent's effects for this turn, by one of your opponent's effects, then one of your Digimon may attack. So that's kind of cool. So if you go over or pass them one or whatever, it's pretty cool. So that turn they're not affected by opponent's effects, and then you can just swing, gain the Alliance, and you know, pretty good. Your turn, all of your Digimon with Sistermon in their names or Royal Knights gain piercing and also can attack your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. So they leave anything on the board, your army of either tokens and or Sistermon can just roll all over everybody. So it's kind of stupid. And then your turn, so this is going into the GX. Original GX is really good. Also, I think Ace is going to be kind of cracked. I gotta read it. While the Digimon is Jesmon GX, all of your Digimon gain piercing and can also attack unsuspended Digimon, so that's the effect for this. Basically, you're giving yourself that effect for free while stacking stacking somebody else underneath Digimon GX. The new Imperial Dramon, now I like this one. I'm not too sure if I'm running it because there's a lot of stuff that like the original one's good and then I'm not sure about. Go ahead. So we have the new Imperial Dramon Fighter Mode, the red purple. So you can Digivolve on top of a red or purple for 5, or you can do it on top of a Imperial Dramon Dragon Mode for the cost of 2. And this has Raid and Piercing. Now Raid is a very troublesome effect. I love Raid, and Raid and Piercing is actually pretty stupid because you're basically swinging yourself into something that they have unsuspended they want to keep, but you know Mr. Big Stack over here is going to be super huge while swinging on somebody, so it's kind of crazy. And it says when Digivolving, your opponent cannot play Digimon or Tamer effects until the end of their turn. Basically, you shut up, you stun them for a turn, which is pretty stupid, especially with some of the stuff that has come out where it's like, oh, if I die. So this is kind of a hybrid. Like you can't get shit back with hybrid. Like you just raid into something or you just kind of swing on them because when Digivolving, you're hitting, and then what you do is you swing into them. All that undeletion bullshit they have where they're like, oh, I can play out of Tamer, I can play out of this, I can play out of that. You can't play any of that stuff because it stuns it until end of their. If Imperial Dramon Dragon Mode is in this Digivolution, trash your opponent's top security card. So this card actually just smashes somebody in the mouth. It's just so gross because you also will have like security attack plus, partition, and then probably something else that stops them from doing or utilizing their effect. And then all turns once per turn, when your opponent's security card is removed from, delete one of their opponent's Digimon as much or less DP as this card. That card's gonna come out, or this card's gonna come out like super heavy. So you essentially raid into something, and then the other thing is you can delete something that has just as much or less DP. So whatever damage, a lot of them are gonna have anywhere near 9 or more when swinging. So that's a really stupid effect. And then this is just the alt art of it if you wanted to see it. Now I don't know, I don't really care much about the alt arts per se, like unless you're super good. But I do like the art of this, so I'm okay with it. Like that's a good include for fighter mode, probably 2 and 2. So you have options. Next, the new Digimon GX Ace. Now, I feel like I'm probably going to be running 1, maybe 2 of this. Only reason I say that is because the original GX is super already, and this is just kind of a like, I feel like Aces are like if you're behind on the fucking back foot and you really are trying to catch back up, you need something that's like boom. So, Dina Digivolve, Jesmon in the name, and then a Gankumon in the name, so you can basically a hand counter blast Digivolve. So these, if I remember correctly, you basically, I'm not even sure, does this one get to do the one like from the hand? Because I know some of them, they let you do it like, oh, you know, 1 in name, do 1 from the hand with the Aces, but hand counter blast Digivolve, and then on play, when Digivolving, when attacking, and once per turn. So whenever the hell you, by placing 1 Royal Knight from the hand or trash as the bottom Digivolution card, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with as much or less DP as this Digimon. So this guy is going to be super huge and somehow kind of clap anything out of existence if they don't have protection. When attacking, once per turn, when the Digimon unsuspend, then for every 2 Royal Knight cards in this Digimon's Digivolution, trash your opponent's top security. So at minimum, you're going to have like 2. And then at max, depending on how many GXs you use. Because honestly, I feel like you can just blast Digivolve. So you go Jesmon, Jesmon X, and then I'm pretty sure the other Jesmon kind of, yeah, you can probably, I'm pretty sure if you're able to tuck another one, you can tuck, I think, up to 4. So you can trash like 2 of their cards in there. So this is a pretty good effect for when attacking or once per turn. So it's pretty cool. Up next, oh yeah, I'll just show y'all the alt art for that. I love the alt art. This is actually, of course I do, this art. Now, yeah, Sasaki always makes like really good art. That's why like I just love it. Now onto the blue / alternate card per se. Now we have the new Crabmon. I kind of figured the next antibody was coming for this because these 3 nerds got X antibodies, so or these 2 nerds got X antibodies, so I doesn't have it. So you do on top of the Crabmon for 0. So you have a whole lot of Crabmons you can choose, but this is basically for fish swarm / like deep savers. If you're gonna on player when Digivolving, one of your Digimon can't be deleted by battle until the end of your opponent's turn. So you kind of give it a Juggernaut effect, which is kind of cool. And then when attacking once per turn, if you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, you can draw. If they hit Barrage Galgamon, I can see this card being good. But as long as that motherfucker's running around, like I don't see anybody using this honestly, because you're just basically feeding into the monster that you don't. Next, we have the Cordramon for Examon stuff. Now, this is a pretty good early game champion. Super cool. You can do it on top of a level 3 Dracomon, so it does not lock you into running red whatever, because you can just do it on a Dracomon name for the cost of 2. And then when it has jamming, And then once per turn, when any of your green Digimon with Dracomon or Examon in their tech are played, you may Digivolve into Wingdramon. Damn, that's actually really nice. In the hand without from the Digivolution where the reduced cost of 2. It's pretty cool. So you know, you get your free swing in, and then you can just you can drop like a green Digimon with Dracomon or Examon. So it's pretty. That's also pretty awesome. And then become you Digivolve in plus 2,000 for the turn. Now we have Seadramon X Antibody. Everybody's super excited about this. I could personally care less. I don't know. Fishworm is just, to me, like, I know it's a dangerous deck, but you have to actually pop off scared. On player, when Digivolve, return one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon to the bottom of the deck. So that's pretty cool for stunning out walls. And then Seadramon or X Antibody is in this Digimon Digivolution cards. One of your opponent's tamers can't suspend until the end of their turn. A good stun. It's a pretty good stun. It's Fishworm, and I don't really care about Fishworm. And then when attacking, if you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, you may draw a card. So these all kind of coincide. You're like, okay, when attacking, dun, dun, so you can find a way to draw up to like 9 or 10 cards, I think, with like certain. All right, up next we have the new Wingdramon, which Digivolves on any core Dramon. So this is your older stuff. I just dropped my deck boxes. 3, 2, 1. This is any of your older stuff, also with your new stuff. Again, you can mix and match some of this stuff. Hopefully it works well with each other, because then it'll be a nice little cohesive deck. On player, when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 or less DP. Pretty good. And then all turns, this Digimon is also treated as a level. This is what makes this shit so broken, dude. Like, so you get an early Examon with this guy. So instead of having to wait to get like your stack up to level 6 on both of them and just smash them together, all turns this effect is kicking off as this card counts as Slayer Dramon or Examon's DNA. So this is a Slayer Dramon, and the other one would be the Ground Dramon. And then this gives security attack +1. So Examon would look pretty cracked just in the generals. Next we have the new Mega Seadramon X Antibody, which is, you know, the Mega Seadramon shit. Again, it's Fishworm stuff, whatever. But I do love the your turn effect right here. This is pretty cool. On player, when Digivolving, return one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. So you notice like every time it goes up a level, it spins back something that's lower. And then if Mega Seadramon is in X Antibody or X Antibody is in its traits, so you probably should be running the X Antibody build. One of your opponent's Digimon can't spin until the end of their turn. So you have a pretty cool stun deck going on with Seadramon. I don't know how well it's going to work with Seadramon stuff, but I can see this being like a super, like, now that it has like the X Antibody. The Digimon's attack target can't change. So if you're attacking security, they can't just be like, oh, redirect. No, I don't think it's the old Captain America in me. No, I don't think I will. Pretty cool. Next we have the new Slayer Dramon. This is a really good artwork. I like the artwork. It's a little funky, but I dig funky. Now this can Digivolve onto Wingdramon or Ground Dramon for a cost of 3 with piercing. And then on play, when Digivolving, trash any 3 Digivolution cards in one of your opponent's Digimon, then delete one of the Digimon with no Digivolution card. So if you're working on like a strip build, this thing comes out crazy. And then when your opponent's security stack is removed, one of your Digimon with Dracomon or Examon in its text may unsuspend. So if you already have like Examon set up and he just happens to come out and like support behind, you can unsuspend your Examon and just keep doing stupid nutty shit. All turns, once per turn, when any of your Digimon with Dracomon or Examon in their text would leave the battle area other than battle, by suspending this Digimon, they don't. So I'm assuming he has some kind of shenanigans reboot or something like that to be able to stand back up. So, you know, that's kind of cool. But like, I can see this, you know, kind of just, you can sort of skip. I think the older variant gives you, what was that effect called? Evade? Yeah, one of them gives you evade. So I mean, you can just use that one because you want to suspend with Examon normally a lot anyway. So it doesn't really matter. Then you have secure. The Giga Seadramon is where I was just like kind of floored. I was like, yo, they gave this band crazy buffs, bro. Like, and normally I'm a Seadramon hater, dude. Like I can care less about Seadramon coming out of anything. I'm just like, okay, I don't really care about this guy. Like he's not exciting. This is kind of cool. Giga Seadramon is kind of cool. So you get security attack +1, reboot, and blocker. So you guys just got blue guy on mine, bro. Like, what the fuck? and you get blocker. I just get reboot and security attack. I'm just saying, like, the blocker is crazy. When Digivolving, when attacking, once return from the Digivolution cards of this Digimon with Metal Seadramon or X Antibody as traits, you may play one level 5 or lower Digimon without paying the cost. So you can basically like reset up, which is nuts. So you would probably throw out like a Mega Seadramon, like just regular, so you keep the X Antibody in there, and then just kind of reset from there if you want. This is level 5 or lower, so you can also just throw out a Seadramon, continue doing the X Antibody nonsense here. With any of your Digimon that are played from the Digivolution stack, from your Digivolution cards, you may Digivolve or de-Digivolve to one of your opponent's Digimon. So this is actually kind of stupid. When you're Digivolving, you can already do it, and then when you're attacking next turn, you're basically stunning your opponent down to the point where they can't really do anything about it. So they'd have to deal with that guy. I'm not feeling this. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this is a bad SR artwork, and it's crazy because it's one of my favorite artists. Absolutely one of my favorite artists. I feel like he's kind of, I don't know what to say about this one. This one isn't that great. Like I expect better. Next we got that boy Pulsey. We got the new Pulsemon. So this is a green-yellow Pulsemon. When the Digimon would Digivolve into a Digimon with Pulsemon in its text or Seekers in its trait, reduce the Digivolution cost by 1. So this is going to go nuts in either deck. And then with Digimon deletes one of your opponent's Digimon by battle, gain a memory. So this is nuts because I'm pretty sure you can give your shit blocker. And if you block the right thing, you basically just steal memory from this. Nuts. Now I'm a little worried about this right here. I think this is a Leomon's. Oh, never mind. I mean, it is, but it's not. Like, it's Leomon support, but it's also Excel support. So reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add one Digimon with Chaosmon in its name, or the Excel trait, and one option with Excel trait among them into the hand, and then put the rest into the bottom of the deck. So you grab a Chaosmon and an option card that says something about Excel. So you can get 2 cards possibly for this effect. Not bad. I don't like that it's 1000 stat. It's kind of weird. And then you get Liamon, which is the primal version of Leomon, but this one doesn't say that. On play or when Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3000 for the turn. That's pretty cool. If they leave like if they're dumb enough to leave something on the board with this deck, it's probably gonna die. Then you get Barrier. Do you get Barrier twice? Why did they give it Barrier twice? So you got Barrier and then Barrier. So I guess we're just going to Barrier build up here. I don't know how I feel about Barrier. Barrier seems like one of those like really scary abilities to be using, especially if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, because you just get clapped for just doing stuff. Now this is a huge level 4, dude. Like, this is crazy. Like 6, you can see why it's a 6 cost or 6 play cost. So if you play it, you're paying 6. That's a big ass stat line for a level 4. On play or when Digivolving, you may reveal if you have 3 or more security cards, you may add a top security card to the hand, and then if you have 2 or fewer security cards, you may recover 1. So if you're in that sweet spot, which is 3, you get to take 1, go to 2, and then this effect activates. And then if you have, so that's kind of stupid because there's a period at the end of that. So you grab the card and add it to your hand, and then you can recover 1 from the deck. So that's kind of cool. And then all turns, once per turn, when this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon by battle, gain a memory. So you have a whole lot of weird shenanigans going on here. I can already see the nuts that's about to happen. Basically, you set them up to be a blocker, and then you block out, and you get to keep your insanity, which is nuts. Or you can steal 2 to 3 memory on to your turn. So it's kind of crazy. Till the end of your opponent's turn, their Digimon can't activate when Digivolving effects. So it's on player when Digivolving, and gets minus 3000 DP. So this is going to be a pretty decent deck, I think, but it's probably going to be missing something. There's no way they're going to let this shit just rock like that. Especially, well, I mean, this ain't even Leomon support. It's just it's just Excel support. So when one of your opponent's Digimon attacks, you may change the attack target to this Digimon. See, and that's going to be the issue. There's a lot of stuff that's going to ignore that shit. So you can't really redirect anything, or they'll just get it off the board before that. Ooh, Fortitude, huh? That's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like giving Pulsemon Fortitude anything is fucking nuts. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god, that's dumb. So Pulsemon on a level 4 Pulsemon or a Seekers trait for 3. Fortitude, and then all turns when Tamer cards are placed in this Digimon's Digivolution, one of your opponent's Digimon can't activate when Digivolving effects till the end of their turn. This is a pretty good stun against Ace plays, because you literally you wait, Digivolve, and then you can Mind Link, put a Tamer into him, and then you're like, okay, cool. If you feel like you're getting threatened by an Ace, you select that one that says, okay, cool, you know what, you might be turning into an Ace, so I'm gonna go ahead and just stun that, and then you just freely attack. They're not gonna want to throw an Ace that does nothing, and then possibly die to give you more memory. That's just not what people want to do. Then all turns, once per turn, when the Digimon deletes your opponent's Digimon, you can trash their top security card. All turns, if you have blocker set up, which you probably will with Leon Alexander, you have the blocker set up, and then you just sit there and block and force. Basically, you don't interact. You can steal memory. You steal 2 memory from them, trash one of the security for them attacking you, and you can just block it, and you have Fortitude. So it's kind of dumb. All right, so on a Pulsemon or a Seekers, yeah, this is our new Kazuchimon. Fortitude. So Fortitude is looking to be a pretty nice keyword, honestly. Like earlier in the series, like Fortitude was just dog crap. Like you couldn't really get away with doing anything good with Fortitude. Now Fortitude is just kind of scary. When Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers, and then one of their Digimon or Tamers can't unsuspend until the end of their turn, which is nuts. You got stunned. All turns, when a Tamer card is placed in this Digimon's Digivolution, activate one of this Digimon's Digivolution effects, then one of your Digimon may attack your opponent's Digimon. So this already gives you kind of a free swing on, right? So basically you can build a deck with Kazuchimon in it, and what you're doing is you're slapping it down, and then you can attack into it and smack it, gain 2 more memory back, and then trash one of the security for you swinging on it to just dump. When your security stack is removed, when your security stack is removed, if the Digimon has Fenrir Lugomon in its name, recover 1 from the deck. You're definitely gonna be running like maybe I think 1 or 2 of these into the new Takamikazuchi or into the Takamikazuchi deck, because you also got Takamikazuchi support. And this is a really good one because you can attack, unsuspend, and when you're attacking, you trash one of your security, right? But you'll be recovering that security, but your opponent won't be recovering security, so you'll be ahead. That's actually a really good Kazuchimon, but it's also good for standalone. Then we got Bancho Leomon, which is I feel like they've really screwed this deck up. Like the other deck actually needs some kind of support, and this is not helping that deck. But you know, we'll see how it plays out, because the cost if you want to put it inside the Leomon deck is going to be hella crazy, because you're gonna have the same problem again with the like how the other decks work. Like it gives you the plussing for doing Excel, but it also punishes you for trying to run it in your older deck. On player, when digivolving, de-digivolve 2 of one of your opponent's Digimon, and then one of their Digimon gets minus 5k until the end of their turn, so you have a chance of just screwing up the entire board for them. End of your turn, the Digimon and any of your other Digimon may DNA Digivolve into a Chaosmon in the name from the hand, and then the DNA Digivolve Digimon may attack. So that's kind of cool. I just need to see the rest of the Excel stuff. Opponent's turn, when one of your opponent's Digimon attacks, you may change the attack target to this Digimon. Yeah, see, it has that same issue, but like there's gonna be a lot of things now in this format coming up that ignores the hell out of that. So they're not gonna be too worried about getting their shit redirected, especially if they're able to get that off the board. Up next, we have Chaosmon Valdarm, which is the other Chaosmon, because there's an old Chaosmon that came out in a couple of sets ago, but nobody really played it. And then we have Valdarm, so this is the other Chaosmon. Let's see what we got. Security attack +1. We got partition level 6. So if this guy dies, he throws out the 2 level 6s that's under him, so you can do this nutty shit again. And then when digivolving, for each of this Digimon's level 6 Digivolution cards, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon and or Tamers and gain a memory. You can DNA Digivolve free, gain 2 memories, stun 2 things, and then none of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers can activate on play effects or unsuspend until the end of their turn. So if they stun it down, it's staying stunned down, and that just kind of sucks for you. That's pretty decent. And then we have the alt art for the Valdarm. I like this better. I like this better than, this is actually really kind of cool. I like the digital wings right here, and then this just kind of looks pretty sick. What's this one again? Who drew it? Spare ribs. Okay. That it's kind of an awkward, weird. Next, we got Falcomon. Falcomon is the Digivolution you can use on Pinamon / the Excel card. When a Digimon would digivolve into a card with Excel in the trait, reduce the cost by 1, and that's piercing. That's kind of cool. Next, we have Diatrimon. What, a dinosaur? Ancient bird. Okay. Excel for a cost of 2, and then on player when digivolving, so it's a 4 for a 5. It's not bad. Suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Yeah. Then it gives period. See, I just need them to stop doing that. That's actually kind of giving the line that you're gonna give it to anyway. Like double piercing is not really gonna do anything. It's kind of a redundancy. I actually find it quite annoying too. Why? Ooh, Hordramon. This is the other one, the red green one, which is gives plus 2,000 for the inheritable, which is cool. And then you have raid. Now this one counts as it's probably the level 5. And then you have raid. One of your blue Digimon would digivolve. Would be played. This Digimon can digivolve into a Groundmon for the reduced cost of 2. Yeah, you're basically just bringing it out, pay 2, then pay another 2, and that guy comes out. But we have a Cromon to raid first. Cromon. Now this artwork is actually kind of sick. Oh, Pikaru. Okay, yeah. This artwork is pretty sick. And then this is your level 5. So your standard cost right here. On player, when digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, and one of your Digimon get plus 3,000 for the turn. Then one of your Digimon may attack, so you get like a buff, and then you can just swing. And then when attacking, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4k for the turn. So you're setting up for Valdarm to come out and look kind of crazy. Sort of look kind of crazy. I'm not even too sure. That's super nuts, honestly. Next, we have the new Groundramon, which is pretty good, because if it has it has the same thing where it's treated as a level 6. It's fucking dumb. That's so fucking stupid. On player, when digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers, and then one of their Digimon or Tamers can unsuspend until they return. And this is crazy because it's an on-play effect, so that's pretty nice. Now, all turns, the Digimon is also treated as a level 6 Break Dramon for Exomon's DNA Digivolution. So that counts all of them. So we got red green, and then we have blue red. So Exomon's looking kind of cracked right now. All right, up next we have Varudamon. I hate this thing. It looks fucking bad. Like, not the artwork. The artwork looks amazing. I'm just saying the damn ancient bird looking thing just looks crazy. When a Digimon would be played, if you have a Digimon with the Excel trait, reduce the cost by 5. That's what the fuck. All right, so it'll be like a 7 drop. You have Bancho out. I can see what they're doing here. That's kind of stupid. And then when attacking, if you get this all the way up, you can do like a minus 8k. Spend all your opponent's Digimon, and one of your opponent's Digimon, or one of your Digimon get plus 3,000. Then one of your Digimon may attack. And then end of your turn, the Digimon and any other Digimon may Digivolve into a card with Chaosmon. I can see what they're doing here. They're just tossing, you can just toss it for the reduced cost of whatever, and then just kind of pass it on to yourself, or pass it back to yourself. And then I don't like this effect per se. Like, I don't even like the whole line per se, because you're just getting like piercing and barrier. Yeah, that's cool and all, but at the same time, like, what the fuck can do, dude? Like, this is not gonna do anything. Yeah, I don't see this being too like, oh, I gotta make this deck, because it's like, this is kind of a goofy investment to go into that. Okay, so yeah, these two dudes do literally the same thing. So you can just focus on, honestly, I think if you focus it correctly, you could probably make a good build for this line. But I honestly, from what I'm looking at, it looks kind of too much investment for not very much payoff. And then all it does is just throw these guys back out, and then once you deal with it a second time, like, what are they gonna do? You partition into this, and then you can probably raid into these guys, get them the hell up off your board. Okay, now we got the new Break Dramon, which is a blocker on play when Digivolving. Suspend 2 of your opponent's Digimon and or Tamers, and then one of your Digimon may attack. So you just kind of just throw this out and probably get attacked into your opponent. All turns, once per turn, when any of your Digimon with Dracomon or Examon is text, delete your opponent's Digimon in battle. Delete one of their suspended Digimon or Tamers. Now, because this deck does like all the stun, like all this stupid stun, and then on top of that, like a lot of the Examon effects already kind of just tap stuff down. If this dude is just sitting out there, you basically have like a little mini nuke sitting there just trying to smack shit up. So that's kind of annoying. When any of your Digimon with Dracomon or Examon in their text deletes an opponent's Digimon by battle, delete one of their opponents. Yeah, so it has the same effect. So it's just like the new Slayermon, like basically just gives it the inheritable effect of that. So just make it nutty. That's kind of cool. I like that. I like the new Examon support. The new Examon support, I feel like I could probably play that. And then we have the new Examon. Oh my. Ooh, it's so cool. So 15. Like, all right, so this next set, I already told the guys at the shop, I was like, I'm getting half a case. I don't care what I gotta do or who I gotta do it to, but I'm getting half a case. This set is cool. And yeah, you Digivolve like with the old colors, so they obviously have the old colors on it, but you can also put it in with the older stuff. So you have an ace play for DNA Digivolving into this. And it says hand counter, so Blast DNA Digivolve. So I believe the Blast DNA Digivolve rules are, as long as one of them on the board, you can put one of them from your hand into it. So you just gotta double check it. And see that? Yeah, raid, piercing, blocker, and evade. And then if DNA Digivolving, return all your opponent's Digimon with the highest DP to the bottom of the deck. So this is already cracked. And then all turns, once per turn, when any Digimon suspends, this Digimon may unsuspend. So yeah, it's kind of nuts. Just think they're swinging sideways, and then you just stand back up and then declare blocker. It's kind of eight. And then you have evade natively, and then this right here is just super cool. I like this. I couldn't even tell what the hell was happening at first, because I was just like, this is a different Digimon, isn't it? It's like, no, it's Examon. It's like, oh, okay. Honestly, I thought we were getting Examon X Antibody, but I mean, I guess next set. Now we have a new Liberator. This is the Cyborg Althea's Digimon, so SPmon, and then when Digimon would Digivolve into a Cyborg or Machine trait, reduce cost by 1. Like a lot of these things are doing reduced costs. I just want my damn Greymon back. All turns, this Digimon gets plus 1,000. So the investment of this is going to be cracked. We got new Solarmon. It has blocker. Not very exciting, honestly. We have tons of little rookies that give reboots. So, and then chunk blocker. Now this is the other part of the Chronicle stuff. We have a new Dorumon. In case you don't notice, this is going to be pretty stupid. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with X Antibody trait and a Tamer or option card with Chronicles among them, and put it to your hand, and return the rest of the bottom of it. So you have a chance of grabbing 2 cards. So that's kind of dumb. And then the Digimon gets plus 2,000 DP during your opponent's turn. So you gotta figure out which one you want to kind of lean into. They're both good, but like you gotta figure out which one you want to lean into, or like basically it's essentially, if you can get the whole line smashing together, it's at all turns like 2K for both lines. Next we got Blimpmon. Blimpmon is I don't know where the hell this thing came from, but whatever. On player, or when Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon can attack players until the end of their turn. That's kind of an annoying thing to do, but yeah, you know what? I can see that. So you gotta have to figure out a way to attack the Digimon. Then we got Hover SPmon, which I kind of figured that this was gonna get aligned eventually, but like I didn't know how long it was gonna be before you got one. So you can Digivolve on a Cyborg or Machine for a cost of 2, and then flip your opponent's face down or top face down, security face up. Okay, all right. It was Invisimon stuff. That's what that new egg is for. I was like, what the hell is this? Yeah, all turns, this Digimon gets plus 1,000, and then end of attack once per turn, draw a card. So you get jamming essentially with this card, with this thing. So then you get Raptor Dramon, which is Dorumon's new Digivolution line. Ooh, or Chronicle. If you have 1 or fewer Tamers, you may play a Tamer. You may play 1 Coda Demoto from your hand without paying the cost. So this works for the old stuff, and it also works for your new stuff. So you can play another Coda for free basically. And then during the opponent's turn, this becomes like a giant blocker. So you have some pretty good options here. Chronicle stuff is not going to really disappoint, I feel. And then you have Oblivimon. Security, end of opponent's turn, play this card without paying the cost. Security, end of opponent's play. So is it like you get to put stuff in the... Okay. I'm thinking it probably plays it face up, and then like end of the turn you can just kind of poop it out, which is a weird thing to do, but you know, flip your opponent's top face down security face up, so you know you get to keep doing this shenanigan like bullshit here. And then your turn, when your Digimon checks a face up security card, you may place this Digimon's top stack card face up as the bottom security. Oh, okay. So if you have this just kind of sitting out, or you're able to throw it out there, you sit there, you throw it out there, and then you just leave it there at the bottom of security, and then like at the end of the turn you can just, whether you want to figure out whether you want to throw it back onto the board and basically just kind of fuck around with it, or you can leave it at the bottom of security and then play it out. I see the crazy stuff here. Your turn, the Digimon's attack target can't change. See, look, like it's a wraps. It's wraps. That's like the second Digimon we've seen that does that shit. The second line that does that shit. Like I don't see some of these redirect decks doing well in this meta. Raptordramon or a Chronicles. So we got the new Guardmon, and then on play when Digivolving, you may play one Dorumon or Ryudomon in your hand, empty space of the breeding, and then without paying cost during an attack. Oh, if the other dude transforms into him during an attack. Until the end of your opponent's turn, one of your Digimon isn't affected by your opponent's Digimon effects and gets plus 5,000. So you both have that effect. And then opponent's turn, once per turn, when one of your opponent's Digimon attacks, you may change the attack target to this Digimon. And then you just read the other guy that said fuck all that, like you're not changing attack targets to anything. Like this is gonna be, you'll probably lean towards the red black one more, but these are pretty good effects here, like if you're not playing against like non-redirectables. Then we have Bulbmon, which is weird looking dude here. So we have a machine. When this Digimon would leave the battle area, you may play 1 4 cost or lower Digimon from this Digimon's Digivolution cards without paying the cost. You kind of chump block with it, and then you replay something out to survive. When one of your opponent's Digimon attacks, you may change the attack target to this Digimon. That's great. That effect is good, but I don't see it being good against like a handful of these decks are already doing you can't stop me from doing this. Alright, now we have the new Invisimon, which is the Liberator, black-blue card. Security, into your opponent's turn, you may play this card without paying the cost. And then on play or when Digivolve, you see that's what the level 5 was missing, the on play. De-Digivolve 2, one of your opponent's Digimon, and then flip your opponent's face down security face up. Delete one of their Digimon with fewer Digivolution cards, so, or with 1 or fewer Digivolution cards. So if they don't have a Digivolution card, they pop, and if they have 1, like let's say like a champion or something, or a rookie, die. And then your turn, when your opponent checks face up security cards, when your Digimon checks face up security cards, you may place this Digimon's top stacked card face up as the bottom security. So this guy just keeps coming out and doing the same goofy shit over and over again. So you kind of, if you can do it correctly, you could probably stun out your opponent. You just like keep 2 in rotation and just keep stunning them out. And I do love the alt art for this. This is kind of cool. Now this was very bold because this could have came out looking absolutely goddamn terrible. This is actually kind of cool. Up next we have Alphamon, our new Alphamon. Now this dude has barrier, so you know that's actually worth it for this particular one because you can protect yourself from dying, but you can also use like the other Alphamons. Oh, it's Royal Knight, so actually you can probably cheat into the Royal Knight for Yggdrasil's Alphamon and just kind of tuck him, so you get this one and then kind of cheat your way into doing some nutty ass shit. If this Digimon during on play or when Digivolving, you recover 1 from the deck, so that's pretty cool. You get to get more. I think this is probably going to be the only like yellow version of something I play. If during an attack, one of your Digimon in the breeding area may Digivolve into a level 6 or lower Chronicle trait Digimon in the hand or trash without paying the cost. And then all turns once per turn, when the security stacks are removed, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 8k for the turn. That's a hell of a hit. God damn. All turns once per turn, when this Digimon would leave the battle area other than by your effects. If this Digimon is Alphamon or Yukin, by trashing the top card of security, it does not leave. So it has barrier, essentially, so that's kind of gross. That's going to be a really good card. I can see Alphamon coming back. Gonkumon. Alright, when this card would be played, if you have a Digimon with Huckmon or Jessmon or Sistermon in its name, reduce the cost by 4. So you can go into like 8 costs. Basically, and then you have reboot blocker. Then on player, when Digivolving, one of your Digimon may Digivolve into a level 6 or lower Digimon with Huckmon in its name or Royal Knight in its traits from the hand or trash without paying the cost. So if you need someone out of the trash, this is actually a really good card. So I feel like this is probably a 3 of, maybe a 4 of, depending if all the stuff is getting trashed or whatever. So you just kind of can Digivolve from the trash and then just come out crazy. Next we have Raidenmon. Raidenmon is going to be for the I don't know if this will still be considered for Justamon. I know Justamon has a build that you can do with this, I would probably not play them. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 7 or less. That's very specific. When the Digimon would leave the battle area, you may play one 11 cost or lower Digimon card with machine or cyborg trait from the Digimon's Evolution cards without paying the cost. And then you can cross 2, so 2, 4, 6. So you can play it for like a 5 if you do Raijinmon, Fujinmon, and Suijimon, and basically make Raidamon. And they all have effects underneath that, so it's kind of cool. Although I don't understand what's a Digicross, but whatever. Then we have Ganku X. Ooh, nice. X antibody roll, nice stuff going on here. Then we have when Digivolving, de-Digivolve 2, one of your opponent's Digimon, and then if Ganku or X antibody is in the Digimon's Digivolutions until the end of your opponent's turn, none of your Digimon are affected by your opponent's Digimon effects. So that's huge and stupid. Opponent's turn, all your Digimon with Sistermon or Huckmon in their traits or the Royal Knight trait gain reboot and block. So that's dumb because it does the same thing with the inheritable effect here. When this Digimon is Jesmon GX, all your Digimon gain reboot and blocker. So you basically get free attacks and then you get to restand and block the shit out of everybody. So it's detrimental. Then you have Alphamon Oryukin Ace. I think the original Oryukin is going to be the way to go. You probably run maybe 1 or 2 of these. And let's just see what it does. So you can Digimon or DNA Digivolve Alphamon, Oryumon into Oryukin. And what this one does is one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 15k to the end of the turn, and then if DNA Digivolving, trash your opponent's top security, and then you recover 1. So pretty good, pretty good. In all turns, when security cards or when security stacks are removed, you gain 3 memory. So this can possibly steal a turn from your opponent because you basically DNA Digivolve on their turn and then go into something crazy. Now this is see, Spare Ribs has a in-your-face issue. I like the artwork, but like you don't get to see like the majesty of the artwork because of the fact that it's like super zoomed in. But that's a pretty nice if I'm only running 1, maybe 2 of these, I'll probably pick up like 2 of them. And next we have we finally get more support for our damn heavy metal Dramon. Like Jesus Christ. Yeah, so Digivolves on Yamon for 0. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, and then add 1 card with Evil, Dark Dragon, or Evil Dragon in the trait, and 1 Yuki among them in the hand, and then put the rest at the bottom of the deck. And then this gives the plus 2000 because you're focusing on like having your hand be basically crap, but you're trying to power up your board. Up next, we have the new Candlemon for Liberator, which is Violet and Blue thing right here because it counts as a ghost type. So it has retaliation. So if it gets deleted in battle, deletes the thing that deleted it. On deletion, by trashing a card in your hand, you may delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. It's pretty cool, but I don't see running this as Violet's secondary ghost. Then we got Ghostmon, which is reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add a card with Ghost in its traits, and 1 card with Liberator trait among them to the hand, and put the rest at the bottom. So all these cool cards that you're getting, like the real top 3, you can add possibly 2 is cool. This is the art of it. The big man back there is this dude's little evolution. Pretty cool. Then, oh yeah, on deletion, gaining memory. So you basically set up a nice board here. And we have another Lugamon. Let's go. Wolf Boys. All right, I do like this one now. So Bow and then Seeker for 0. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck and then add a card with SOC or Seeker's trait and 1 AG among them and put in the hand and the rest of the bottom of the deck. And then this gives plus 2000, which is cool. I personally like it. I don't know about everybody else. I down the clown with that card team. Next, we have Unplay. By trashing 1 card in your hand, give one of your opponent's Digimon on deletion, lose a memory until the end of your opponent's turn. I don't see myself playing this goddamn card. This is like one of the more disappointing Wormmons. You'd rather play the other ones. Yeah, you can trash a card in your hand and basically just rock with it, but there's other cards that do better things than just lose a memory. Because if it gave it like all your opponent's Digimon and shit, that'd be cool. And then this is the new Stingmon, purple. So it goes with the other decks as well, but it also helps out this deck immensely. Now, on play or when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon, level 3 Digimon, and then if it's your turn, 2 of your Digimon may DNA Digivolve into a Digimon with Imperial Dramon in its name or the free trait in the hand. So you do that, get retaliation, and then plus 2k, I think, with the XVmon, and then you have all the slew of stacking abilities that you have for the other one. Next, you have Soulmon, which is, I think, Soulmon, which is the ghost guy here, which is I kind of don't really care about. On player, when Digivolving, one of your Digimon gains retaliation until the end of the opponent's turn. Now, on deletion, by trashing 1 card, you can delete a level 4 or lower Digimon, which this card is not for Violet and Boots' deck. It's actually this one. All the ghost types are supposed to be her stuff, but like this is a particular ghost that she uses. When digivolving, if you have one or few tamers, yeah, see, you may play one Violet in boots from your hand without paying the cost. And there needs to be more champions like this, honestly. Like the other one that says like if you don't have any, you play one. This is the better way to do this. So the undeletion, you gain a memory, so you're basically stealing your turn back after you get like the full stack, because the dude deletes itself, then you get better stuff. All right, up next we have the new Punkmon. Punkmon is the evil dragon slash or dark dragon slash liberator card that goes with this, and you can just digivolve on top of pretty much any Impmon because they're all evil. So trash one card in your hand, and then until the end of your opponent's turn, one of your Digimon gets blocker and retaliation. So the problem with this deck is like you have a problem setting up for like late game because you're just getting smashed on throughout the game, and you're wanting to quickly go into your heavy metal Digimon, but like you also got to keep them from beating your ass. So that's pretty cool. Then on your turn, you get plus 2,000, which it also had an issue with getting DP to actually take anything out. The new Lugarmon looks like it's fighting Bulkmon for some reason. This or Seekers for 2. On player, when digivolving by trashing one card in your hand, you may return one card with SOC traits or Seeker trait from your trash to the hand. Now this card is actually probably going to be really stupid because you digivolve, you trash a card, and you might be able to replace the older one because this card is actually pretty stupid. So you trash, and then if Thou doesn't get hit. If Thou gets hit, this card's kind of eh. If Thou doesn't get hit, this card's going to be cracked because you trash a card. So you draw a card, trash a card, because you draw a card from digivolving, trash a card, and then you return a SOC, which is going to be all your Lugamon hand stuff, and then you add it to your hand, and then it sees you trash something, so it digivolves from the trash. And let's say you had a Fenrir Lugamon you wanted to put back in your hand, you have it right there, and then you just continue your line. So this is actually really stupid, and then you get the plus 2,000, so that's a nice little thing. This Soul Lugamon, I think I read it last time and I didn't really care for it. On player, when digivolving by treasure card in your hand, for the turn, one of your Digimon gains raid and plus 3,000. I think I didn't care too much for it because, no, actually I think this would probably be good because you don't really have to focus on the other one that does like the whole, oh, if it sees a Digimon get deleted, like you don't really care too much for that effect. This one will probably get ran because you can just give raid, and then the plus 3,000 DP is gonna be stupid. When the Tamer card is placed into this Digimon's evolution, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6k or less. This Digimon with the SOC trait or Seekers trait does not activate security effects on option checks. Okay, that's pretty good. I think the other effect was something different, but I gotta double check it. Now we have the new Phantomon, which is Ghost Liberator, and it has execute. At the end of your turn, this Digimon may attack, and then at the end of that attack, delete this Digimon, and then your opponent's unsuspended Digimon can also be attacked for the turn. You have a broken version of raid, essentially, because I think the Necromon, I think it's called, kills itself or attacks into something, kills itself, and then you can clear the board, but then you play out a bunch of stuff. So on deletion, you may play a level 4 lower Digimon card with Ghost in its traits from your trash without paying the cost, so you can play back a Ghostmon or something like that, or yeah, Ghostmon or something, and then keep searching. And then on deletion, you may play a level 4 lower Digimon from your trash without paying the cost. So you basically just keep this effect, and then yeah, execute's gonna be really annoying. I'm gonna tell you right now, like execute's gonna be stupid. And then this goes on top of Phantomon, so this is your metal Phantomon. It counts as Ghost, so you can search for it, which is ridiculous. And then let me see. So you got blocker, and then on player when digivolving by deleting one of your Digimon, delete one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon, so kind of stop them from doing that. On deletion, de-digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. So this is why you run this at 4, because you're gonna go into the Phantomon digivolve on top of that, and then as soon as you execute and kill yourself, basically you get top down just absolute nuts. And then you got the new Dino Beamon, which I'm pretty sure you're not gonna be running because this doesn't have partition, so this is whatever. You may return one Digimon with Imperial Dramon in its name or free trait from the trash to the hand, which is, that's okay, I guess. Not too good, not too bad, but it has a good on-play effect, so you can basically just kind of use that to get shit back. And then all turns, when any of your Digimon, Dino B or Paildramon be returned to the hands by or decks, 2 of your Digimon may DNA digivolve into Imperial Dramon Dragon mode, and then you know you can kind of just swoop up and go into this. So I'm pretty sure you'd run like 1, maybe 2 of this, but I'd probably want to do partition more. And then we have the new Loudmon. This one is on player when digivolving, trash 2 cards in your hand, and then for the turn, this Digimon gains raid and piercing and gets plus 4k. Now it's doing exactly what it needed to do. It needs to start giving shit like matter. The effects need to happen. You need to get like the boost, so you're getting like heavy boost for attacking, you're getting piercing, and you're getting raid, which are really good effects. So this is all cool. And then your turn, while you have 4 or fewer cards in your hand, all of your Digimon with Dark Dragon or Evil Dragon gain security attack +1. So that's really good. And then next we have Imperial Dramon Dragon Mode Ace. I don't see me running maybe more than one of this card. The overflow is ridiculous in this, and it doesn't have like an inheritable effect like some of the other ones did. A hand counter, and then you blast DNA with these guys. One of your specific cards, and the hand may digivolve into. See, that's what I'm worried about. The blast DNA digivolve thing. I wonder if that works like that for the other ones, because it says it right here specifically, but the other ones didn't really specifically say it. So I'm kind of on play when digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 11k or less DP. Then a DNA digivolving, this Digimon may digivolve into a Imperial Dramon fighter mode in the hand without paying the cost. Which, all right, personally, I don't feel like it makes a lick of sense to do that because of the fact that this is an ace. So they get rid of the fighter mode on top of that guy. If you're playing old fighter mode, this guy gets flung back into the deck to do the effect, which is very bad because you just gave him another 4 memory to go into this basically, and I would find that very annoying. So yeah, that one I'm not too sure if I'm gonna be playing that. Now this heavy metal Dramon ace is pretty cool. I like this. This also gives you another option for playing against opponents, especially as well you're trying to climb up into this guy. So hand counter blast digivolve on play when digivolving, trash a card in your hand until the trash cards in your hand until you have 4 left, and then you may play 1 8k or lower DP Digimon from your trash. For each card's effect trash by this, remove 2k from this effect's maximum DP. If you, let's say you have 5 cards, you can do up to 6k. 6 cards, you know, it keeps going down lower and lower the more stuff you threw. So unfortunately, I think, let's say you have 8 cards in hand, this card's just gonna suck ass. So I can see this probably being put at like a nice 1, maybe 2, or you can just probably run like Digimon. It's either one. And then all turns, all your Dark Dragons and Evil Dragon trait Digimon get rush or gain rush and blocker and get plus 2k. Now that's a good fucking effect. So that's the only reason, that's his only saving grace on, because Digimon Ace, you can play this for like a cost of 7 or something like that. Or if you're playing Red Men Boost, then it's worth it. And basically you have like dragons come out rush, so that's good. And then you have blocker for all turns, so this is actually pretty good because it gives a plus boost and all that. I like that. Okay, that works. And then this the alt art for this. As you can see, Dramon's in the back, so they're kind of hinting at you like, the fucking Dramon, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? Mix it up. Reapermon, I feel like Reapermon really did need a new update that didn't suck. So this has collision and blocker. This is actually a pretty good effect. And then all turns once per turn, when effects digivolve your opponent's Digimon, you digivolve one of your. If they don't get this guy off the board, he can be an absolute menace / problem. Kind of annoying. Then on deletion, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the play cost of 4 or lower, or their tamer. So this is tamer hate. It's a ghost. You can actually play this in Violet's deck because essentially you just kind of sit there and force them to. Actually it's funny because they also can't ace, so you're kind of safe against aces too. This card is actually really good. So as you can see, you attack with it basically, and then you force collision. And then what you do is, sometimes people want to do an ace play. Like, okay, cool, ace. So if they ace, you can de-digivolve the 8. It says all turns once per turn. So like they digivolve on your turn, you're like, okay, cool, get that thing off the board. If it's something that pops that, then you can pop something else on their board, and then you just get all the effects from the ghost. So this is kind of stupid. Next, we got the new Necromon. Necromon is absolutely cracked. I do love this deck. Like, I love how it's so you're attacking basically and then blowing yourself up to do necromancer shit. It's so, I can probably get my boy Matt to play this game again if he sees this deck. So you get security attack +1, right? And then you get execute at the end of the turn, or at the end of your turn, this Digimon may attack, and then at the end of the turn, delete this Digimon, or at the end of the attack, delete this Digimon. Your opponent's unsuspended Digimon may also be attacked this turn. So you have raid essentially with execute, or you can just attack into their security, pop itself, and then do some nutty shit. Then on player, when digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level. So when you're digivolving, you pop something, basically you can clear their boarding. And then I think basically you can put this back in your hand so you can just kind of recycle it. And then on player or on deletion, you may play a level 5 or lower Digimon with the ghost trait from the trash without paying the cost. So basically you set back up for another Necromon, which is nuts. So because some of the other ghosts give you back a ghost type back in your hand. So you're like, okay, cool, I'm gonna attack, use execute, pop this security attack plus. So like if you were gonna die anyway to a security check, it didn't really matter. And then you get back your on play effects later on, or your on deletion effects later on. So you're like, okay, cool, I'm gonna go ahead and play this out, play a level 5 or lower, there you get the on deletion effect, and then you can digivolve back into Necromon, do this over again, and just keep kind of recycling. Now you won't get as many effects as the last one, because on deletion the digivolving is good. And then actually I think you would go ahead and just do the what you would do is I think you would recycle with Phantomon and then go to Metal Phantomon, do that Metal Phantomon, and then go into Necromon, and then you can activate execute again, so you can attack for free. Because if you overflow, or if you give them more memory, basically that's like the end of your turn normally, then you can just swing on a motherfucker. Yo, that is so good. That's a really nice art. Oh my, oh my god, that's beautiful. That's actually kind of cracked. I like that. That shit is nuts. All right, that's pretty cool. Now we have the new Lugamon, or Fenrir Lugamon, which I personally probably not gonna be playing because it has. I love Fenrir Lugamon, but this has like Scapegoat, so this is like meant for a different deck. Honestly, I think this might be a third build for the Fenrir deck. Scapegoat, so you basically have like if he's supposed to die, you pop something else, which might work in like a different build, probably a Dark Animal build. Play a level 4 or lower SOC or Seekers trait Digimon from trash without paying the cost, so you can grab one of your little Lugamons. Hell, you can do Dark Tyrannomon. That's pretty cool too. Yeah, when Tamer cards are placed in the Digimon's evolution, you can activate one of the Digimon's following Digivolution effects. Then one of your Digimon may attack the player. This seems like you can honestly play this in Takamikazuchi build, but I feel like it's more at home in a different build. Like you probably fuck around and just make a different build for this because this seems very baity to me. It feels like they want you to throw it in there, but at the same time, like I would probably only play like one because you're probably gonna get this off like once. So tuck underneath, yeah, you tuck this guy and then basically activate another one Digivolve effect, so you can play another Dark Tyrannomon, so you can have like Scapegoat tokens for days. You just kind of just search through your deck pretty fast, and then when any of your opponent's Digimon are deleted, if this Digimon has Fenrir Lugamon in his name, trash your opponent's top security card. Now it already does that for you, so I don't see a Takami. Like I think this is for the Ace build of it, but at the same time you can also use this as like an OG version of it. Yeah, you can see that it's a new Takamikazuchi Ace, blasting a Digivolve, I'm assuming from the hand with this, and then unplay when Digivolving 2 of your opponent's Digimon get minus 10k for the turn. Then if a Tamer card is in this Digimon's evolution, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 10,000 or less DP. Yeah, so this works all together, and then by trashing your top security card, activate one of Digimon's Digivolution effects. Now this is fucking horrible. You would think it would do much better. I think this card would, like, you'd only do this like once, because I think when the opponent's Digimon is deleted, yeah, because that's only gonna do that. That's only gonna prop that. So this does not go in that particular Fenrir deck. You can do it. I would probably only play one because, like, what do you gain? I'm confused. I am mildly. This effect only will pop off once per turn. You can do more damage doing it the other way. And where is my boy Kazuchi? When he's good. So it just replaces the security. It takes away to do the when Digivolving effect again once per turn. When you can use that Kazuchimon to basically put back the one for you to restand and all the other good shit. So I'd rather do that one. Now we get new Death X support. I'm actually scared of this deck. Like, there was already support in the other one, but now there's even more support because it does literally the same shit, and you only Digivolve 6 on it for 5. So, and then if you use the dude that does this, he basically just Digivolves for free, and you get security attack +1, which is dumb because you're basically putting somebody on a timer. Reboot and blocker. So if you want, I think you can set up. Honestly, I would say like this one could be the one where you mainline it, and then you can throw out another Death X old school on the side of it. So then they're kind of forced to just not have anything. Sucks for them. All turns when this Digimon will leave the battle area by returning 3 cards with Dex or Death X in the names from your trash to the bottom of the deck, it doesn't leave. So basically you're replenishing yourself when he's supposed to die, or he's supposed to get pulled off the battle area. You're like, no. Like, as long as you have trash, the dude's broke. And then end of all turns, once per turn, delete all Digimon with the lowest level. So what I just said, omit that because I didn't read that part. Now he's going to be targeting himself as well, because it says delete all Digimon with the lowest level. So if they're smart, they will keep the board clear, but this also puts them on a clock to die because he's just going to keep swinging for 2 check. And as long as I have the cost to throw the stuff back into my deck, none of that matters. So if you're trying to like starve him out, all you gotta do is grab stuff out of the trash and throw it away. And then I absolutely do not like this. I know what they were trying to do, but this does not make it so I don't like the artwork for this. But yeah, it's the alt art for that. Now we have new Royal Knight support. This thing is getting broken, bro. Like, I don't know if you've read it, but it's cracked. Absolutely cracked. Play cost of 5, blocker, and then it's on play if you have 1 or fewer security cards. This Digimon may Digivolve into a Omni X antibody in the hand, ignoring the Digivolution requirements without paying the cost. So basically this guy just becomes Omnimon X antibody if you have 1 or fewer security. So you basically play stuff that probably wants to give you back security, or you just kind of live on the razor's edge there at 1 security. And then on deletion, you may place this card at the bottom of the Digivolution of King Drazel 7d6 in the breeding area, and then this is also treated as X antibody. So, you know, this stuff says like, you know, if you have X antibody, your traits. Name's also buddies. Then breeding opponent's turn. When your security stack is removed by suspending this Digimon. So suspending, you can still play one on Megamon from this Digimon's Digivolution cards and without paying the cost. So yeah, if you can figure out a way to stack him in there, pretty good. But yeah, this is a Liberator card. It's kind of busted. And then you have Sistermon Sealed Awaken, which I'm probably not playing this card. I'm gonna be, because these are those undead puppets where like they come back to life, but it's whatever, dude. I'll read the effect, but like I'm probably not playing this. Digivolves on top of Sistermon Seal from the trash. All turns once per turn. If any of your Digimon are played, one of your Sistermon Seals may Digivolve this card without paying the cost. So you could basically just kind of toss these away into the trash to get your extra effects. And then when any of your effects kick off to play something, then Sistermon can evolve. And then on play, when Digivolving one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers can't suspend until the end of the turn. You basically all turns you can do this effect. And then end of all turns, place this card top security to the top of the deck, or to the top of the security card. So you kind of have a replay. You can just replay this, but it basically becomes like a pseudo security. A couple more cards left. We got the new Shoto Kazama. This is the one that I think this one you put to the bottom of the deck. Yeah. 3 costs. Start of your main phase. By returning this Tamer to the bottom of the deck, you may play a Shoto Kazama from the hand without paying the cost. And then if you don't have a Digimon, you may play one level 3 or lower Digimon with Avian or Bird in any of his traits from your trash without paying the cost. So if you have like a Terramon in there, basically you're hacking out. And then end of your turn, by suspending this Tamer, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, and until the end of their turn, one of your Digimon with Vortex Warriors gets plus 2,000. So this solves the problem that it had earlier with Vortex Warriors not having enough DP. I'm actually running red-green hybrid in it because it didn't have anywhere near the DP or like Vortex counting as a good effect without Pierce. So I was like, yeah, you know what, I'm just toss all this stuff in there and see how I can do with like Vortex and stuff. Then we have the new Liberator card Althea. If you have 2 or less memories, set it to 3, and then this is the Liberator version guy of the robots. By placing one level 4 or lower black Digimon with Cyborg or Machine from your hand or trash in any of your Cyborg machines trait Digimon at the bottom of the Evolution cards, flip your opponent's top face down security face up. This is where that egg came in. I was wondering what the hell was happening. This is an okay card. Koda Domoto, and then Yuji Lucia, which is the Chronicles kids. And then we have let's see, start of the turn, set it to 3. Yeah, it's a 5 cost. This is definitely gonna be the guy that like you want to use to toss and make it not count or not cost them. And then your turn, when one of your Chronicle Digimon attacks, by suspending this Tamer, one of your Digimon on the field may Digivolve into a level 6 or lower Chronicle trait Digimon for a reduced cost of 1. So yeah, they get all these reduced costs. Can I get my damn Greymon back, please? Please. Then this is the alt art of it. Obviously, you see this is the they're holding pendulums. I'm kind of mad now. They're just kind of trolling. This is Oriyumon, or this is Alphamon, or you can this is Oriyumon in his hand. They're basically like, you know, we're teammates. All right, next we got the new Violet In Boots, which is a 3 cost for this one. If your opponent has a Digimon, gain a memory, so you'll be like at 4 memory, I think. So you can just do shit. And then your turn, when any of your ghost trait Digimon are deleted, which you're gonna be deleting it with Execute. By suspending this Tamer, one of your Digimon may Digivolve into a ghost or into a Digimon trait with ghost traits from the hand for the reduced cost of 2. So basically, it's your turn. Your Digimon gets deleted. Execute. You add one to your hand and then play one, and then you can Digivolve one of your ghosts back into Necromon. I think it still keeps turn, so then you can activate Execute again. I'd have to see. I think there's a loop. This is the alt art, waifu taxing. So just so you guys know, that's gonna be a hell of expensive card. The rare, not so much. This, yeah, Code Cracker and Hacker Judge, aka Leon Alexander and AG. This is the mix of them. So if you can play them in either or, because they have all their effects. So you'd probably be replacing maybe some of the older ones in there. So you have or you can have a total of 12 Mind Link Seekers. So the start of your turn, your opponent has a Digimon, you gain a memory, and then security effect, obviously you're going to play without paying the cost. And then all turns, when any of your Digimon are played or Digivolve, you may Mind Link with one of your Digimon with Pulsemon in its name, or SOC, or Seekers in this trait. So literally, you don't miss out on like Mind Linking. Like, let's say like, oh damn, I forgot the Mind Link. Like, you Digivolve and then you can slide that hoe up in there. So these are probably going to be like replacers for both decks, actually, like for one of the stack, because this card's actually pretty stupid. You basically can set up Mind Link easy, or way easier, because it's like, oh, that's out, cool, gain a memory off of it instead of like missing your memory shot, and then stick it back. And then alternates is Digimon with Pulsemon as text, or SOC, or Seekers in his traits, gain Alliance, Piercing, and Barrier. So all those effects, nada. And then I believe the Barrier will help for keeping Fenrir, Lugumon, Takamikazuchi alive, so you can kind of stick that back in. Then end of all turns, you may play AG Nagatumi from the Digimon's Digivolution cards without paying the cost. So this this essentially, or you can play like AG edging. Need to figure this out. And then you have the alt art for this. That looks kind of cool. Probably not really caring too much. That looks too friendly to me, so I'll just probably stick to the regular one. Then we have the new Yuki. So Yuki is the one that we definitely need it, because I think the one we have now is dog shit. But this one's really good. If you have 2 or less memory, set it to 3, and then if you have 4 or fewer cards in your hand, you may suspend its tamer, and then one of your dark dragons or evil dragons may attack a player. Pretty cool, because you have rush. And then you got Cool Boy for the Yggdrasil, the new Yggdrasil deck, the new Cool Boy. So when one of your Digimon is played or Digiwall, any of them are Royal Knight traded, you can, by suspending this tamer, draw a card and gain a memory. So you already get reduced cost plays for your Yggdrasil stuff, and then you just draw a card and gain a memory. So you're ramping faster. Then opponent's turn, once per turn, when any of your Digimon with the Royal Knight trait would leave the battle area, you may play one Omegamon from your hand without paying the cost. So you just kind of surprise them, and then if they try to get it off the board, then you're like, oh, problem? Omegamon, so it's gonna be so good. Then we have Battle NPC. If you have 2 or less memories, set it to 3, and then by placing one level 3 Digimon card from your hand under this tamer, draw a card. And then if you don't have a Digimon, by playing one play cost or 3 Digimon from under this tamer without paying the cost, and then you can delete this tamer. Yeah, so on play, you play this, and then you tuck a Digimon that you want underneath this guy, and then you draw a card. But then at the start of your main phase, like if you don't have if you don't bring something out from your breeding and you want to keep it in the back, that basically cheats you out a little. So you're like, okay, cool, I'm gonna go ahead and pop this, and then you get the full effect without paying the cost. So that's kind of cool. And then unleash the Dragon Gene. This is for the Examon deck. You may play one Digimon with Dracomon or Examon and its text from the hand without paying the cost, or with paying a reduced cost of 3. So you can essentially either play this for 2 and then put it in the battle area, so you get a free Dracomon, or you can do like the champions up, so you can go fast, which is also nutty. When any of your Digimon with Dracomon or Examon in their text would leave the battle area, delay, and then 2 of your Digimon may DNA Digivolve into an Examon in your hand. So you have stupid amounts of protection for this one card. This card nuts. And then, oh, what is the security? My bad. You may play one Digimon card with Dracomon in its name from the hand or trash without paying the cost, then place this card in the battle area. So you get the delay regardless, and then you can basically just become Hexamon. That's kind of cool. Yeah. So Emperor Dragon of Calamity. You may play one free trait Digimon from your trash for the play cost reduced by 5. Then if this card is in the battle area, all turns when your opponent's security stack is removed from delay, and then you may play an Imperial Dramon Dragon mode from any of your Imperial Dramon Fighter mode Digivolution cards without paying the cost. So basically, you're really trying not to play that ace, because like you don't want to put it in danger for getting popped. So you want to play the old Dragon mode, so you can go into this one and then you can delay. And if you remove security, you're like, okay, cool. Bloop. And then you may play one level 3 or lower, one level 3 Digimon card free in its traits from the hand or trash without paying the cost, and then add this card to your hand. So you basically, if it hits security, you get free. Then Fellowship of Hope's Keeper, and then this is the Alpha Mon where you can think that happens. Reveal the top 3 cards to your deck, add a card with Chronicle among them to the hand, and then the rest to the bottom of the deck. Then place this card in the battle area, and then when any of your Chronicle trait Digimon are deleted, delay. By moving your level 3 or higher Chronicle trait Digimon from the breeding area to the battle area, you may Digivolve into a Chronicle Digimon trait from the hand or trash without paying. Now this I would probably run 1 or maybe 2 up. Probably 1, because this card, it seems like it's just like a lot of the stuff that you're wanting to run is not in the Chronicle, so then you're kind of going to be whiffing quite a bit. And then this card is, you may play one Chronicle trait card with a play cost of 5 or less, so that's going to be your tamer, or this card right here from your hand or trash without paying the cost. Then place this card in the battle area. If this hits, you can probably hit one from the trash, or you can grab one of these guys from the trash, and then, you know, just kind of chill back. Pretty good card. Then we got Black Sabbath, which we definitely needed some shit like this, because this damn deck's missing so much. Trash main, if you have 4 or lower cards in your hand, by paying 6 cost. So in the trash, you got 4 or lower cards in your hand, by paying 6 cost, return this card to the bottom of the deck, and then delete one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. Okay, I see that. You run like probably 3, maybe 4 of this, and then these are like the cards you trash. So they just have like trash. You just have trash bombs. You can pay like 6 if you have 4 or fewer. The main trash one card in your hand, then delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. So yeah, this is also still a good effect, especially for 2. You kind of just keep your opponent's board starved. So it's pretty good. Then the Apostle of Doom Descent. So it's kind of like the Wicked God card that was just released. One of your Digimon may Digivolve into a level 6 or lower Digimon card with Dex or Defects in its name in the trash, with the Digivolution cost reduced by 4. So you can Digivolve for like 2 and 3, some shit like that. And then place this card in the battle area. So this as a delay effect. When any of your Dex Dorugamon would leave the battle area, delay by returning one Dorumon from those Digivolution cards to the hand. You may play a Death X from the trash without paying the cost. Alright, so you just kind of get free Death X mons. It's kind of stupid. And then you may play a Dorumon from your hand or trash without paying the cost, and add this card to your hand. So you don't really lose anything for doing this. And then you have Apparition Legion, which is another Liberator card. By returning up to 9 levels total worth of Digimon cards from your opponent or from your opponent's trash to the bottom of the deck, you may play one Ghost trait Digimon card for each return card level from the trash without paying the cost. And then the Digimon with this effect played gain Rush and Blocker till the end of your opponent's turn. So let's see, up to 9 levels. So you could throw like 3 level 3s back into their deck at the bottom of their deck, and then you can drop out like 3 level 3s or 2 level 4s. Basically, you're playing up to, right? Pretty cool. And then you may play a level 5 or security. You may play a level 5 or lower Digimon with Ghost trait from your trash without paying the cost. So you're really banking on getting the Phantomons back out. Singularity of Chaos. So this is for Chaosmon. While you have a Chaosmon in its name or the Excel trait, you may ignore this card's color requirement, gain a memory, and then add this card to the hand for security. And then the other one is you may play one Digimon with Excel trait from the hand, or play cost reduced by 4. Essentially, you can play that one card for like, well, it's still like 6, right? Something like that. Then place this card in the bottom Digivolution card. End of opponent's turn. This Digimon has Chaosmon in his name. Trash your opponent's top security card, and this Digimon gets minus 3k DP for the turn. That's, I guess, so end of opponent's turn. I mean, that's decent. And then you have the Last Guardian, which is a 4-cost Royal Knight card. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add one Cool Boy card amongst them, or one Cool Boy and one card with Royal Knight or X Antibody trait among them to the hand. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck, and then place this card in the battle area. All turns, any of your Digimon with Omnimon in their names would leave the battle area. Delay. One of those Digimon does not. So you can play early Omnimons, basically, and then they don't die. And then security, you may play a Mekamon or Cool Boy from your hand or trash without paying the cost, then place this card in the battle area. Nuts. Now we have a new Zafagamon Ace. So this is like, I guess, his awakening mode or whatever, because his armor looks like it's cracked off, and he's just like, he got new wings and stuff like that. So I want to see what the new line's gonna look like. I'm pretty sure this is what he played, or what he's fighting against as Imperial Dramon. So yeah, you got the pay 10 cost or higher Vortex Warrior, so you can do it on top of all your top end. So this is like Awakens of Zafagamon. And then you have Piercing, Vortex, and Blocker. Oh damn, look at that, they give it Piercing. It's almost like they know that the deck needs Piercing. All turns, once per turn, when any of your Digimon suspends, this Digimon may unsuspend. Oh, when any Digimon suspends, Digimon may unsuspend. And then this is a menace because you can double block with this guy. And then on play or when Digivolving, you may suspend one Digimon, and then for every 2 suspended Digimon, you may return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon to the bottom of the deck. So you come out, suspend, and then if they have 2 or more suspended Digimon, then they get spun back, which is crazy. And then, so essentially you can blank out several attacks, actually. So all turns, let's say that your guy is still up, or if it's not up, oh, it also counts yours for every 2 suspended Digimon. So you suspend your Digimon, or you come out suspended because you're probably attacked with Vortex. You sit it down, you come out on player when Digivolving, you suspend one of the Digimon, and then you get to unsuspend, because if any Digimon suspended, you unsuspend. And then for every 2 suspended Digimon that are already on the board, your opponent sends a Digimon back. So if you have suspended Digimon on your board, you're like, okay, cool, I'm going to go ahead and with the suspension, I'm going to go ahead and send that back. So you're negating an attack, and then when you block, you can activate, well, that's later on, you can activate double blocker essentially. And then the last card is our Omegamon X Antibody. Omnimon X Antibody. It has Raid, Piercing, and Blocker, so this card is actually really stupid. On player when Digivolving, if Omnimon or X Antibody is in this Digimon's Digivolution traits, choose one of both players' Digimon, and delete all other Digimon. Then return one of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom of the deck. And then end of your turn, one of your Digimon may gain Rush for the turn and attack without suspending. So pretty cool. And yeah, guys, that's going to be the entire set of BT20, aka Special Booster 2.5. I hope y'all like the video, guys, and just let me know what y'all think in the comments what this set is. Set's gonna be pretty cool. This is gonna be kind of a long one, so I apologize if y'all got bored midway through, but you know, it is what it is. And we'll be making some deck profiles pretty soon, so just, yeah, let me know, and make sure you like and subscribe, guys.